Welcome back, everybody, to our next segment. And for this segment, I'd like to welcome Marisa Buss, the Public Information Officer for the Tacoma Public Library, to the Comfy Couch. And you've brought a special guest with you today.
I have.
Who is our special guest today?
I have a real-life librarian with me named Charisma Lee.
Hello, Charisma, and welcome to your first time on the Comfy Couch.
Hi, thanks for having me here.
We are so glad you're here. And what is your role?
Thank you for asking. I am the Collection Development Librarian for World Languages.
Wonderful. Now, many people may ask, what is the World Languages Collection?
So at Tacoma Public Library, and basically every public library in the United States, World Languages comprises all print, electronic, and audiovisual material that is not in English. And at Tacoma Public Library, we're talking about languages. In addition to Spanish, we have Russian, Vietnamese, Ukrainian, Korean, and Khmer, Cambodian.
Wow. Mm-hmm. How do you decide which languages are going to be a part of the World Languages Collection?
So it's a mix of qualitative and quantitative data. We do take a look at data that City collects as far as what are the languages that are spoken in addition to English among multilingual households. And we're also, of course, taking feedback from community members, and we really rely on colleagues at the local branches to gather that information in collaboration with us, of course.
Wonderful. Now, it's a library, but I know that doesn't just mean books. What kind of media is part of the collection?
So in addition to the DVDs that we have, we also have a selection of like online resources, and that's going to be, again, like the electronic books, but also streaming movies. We have a lot of foreign languages available on like Hoopla. Canopy is a great resource, online resource for watching movies and series, and all of that is accessible with a library card. And that's free.
It's amazing. You said it's free.
Yes,
it's a free service.
Yes, correct.
No more paying those streaming services. We've got our own library providing some great things for us
Correct.
here.
Please take advantage of this.
Now, are these materials for a certain age group?
No, it's actually all ages. So if you don't mind, if I can highlight some of
the
books that we brought today. I'm really excited, for example, about this Minecraft book in Russian. So if you like Minecraft and you want to learn Russian, or you already read Russian, you can check out this Minecraft book. Let's see what else. Oh, we also have this awesome biography of Jimi Hendrix in Espanol. It's translated from English. So we do have a variety of fiction and nonfiction across all ages, also across all reading levels, whether you're already fluent in Vietnamese or Korean or whatever language, or if you're also looking to learn.
I'm afraid my high school level Russian probably doesn't translate too well anymore to being able to pick up that book and read it right now, but it might get me involved in Minecraft, who knows?
Yes.
Now, how many materials have been added so far?
So I started just last summer in July, and I think it's about 3,000
wow.
non-English items. And again, that's not just books, it's also DVDs.
That's a huge amount.
Yes, I just want to shout out my colleagues in collection and technical services who do the cataloging and the processing, because that's really like the bulk of the work that gets the materials to the public.
It's amazing. And the best way to check them out?
Yes, either visit your local branch or also online. You can request books online, also calling us, and just interfacing with the library at all our different resource points.
So each branch has a selection of these materials available to them?
Yes, so I will say all 8 locations will have a Spanish collection to a certain extent. And then, for example, Fern Hill, if you're looking for Vietnamese and Korean materials, those items will be there. Kobatich, for example, will also have Russian and Ukrainian. So they all serve the different community demographics around that location.
That's wonderful. Now, like I said, I learned a little Russian when I was much younger. Would reading or watching some of these materials be a good way for me to kind of refresh myself on that language and learn maybe even a new language?
Yes, thank you so much for asking this question. Because I also love learning languages, and I also used to be a language teacher. So I think reading and watching...
It all makes sense now.
Yeah, reading books and watching movies is a great way to develop your receptive skills, and it really allows you to go at your own pace as far as learning languages. Kind of like you can do just reading, you can really, I would say, yeah, take your time learning new vocabulary, or even like, for example, when I was learning French, I really love movies. So it allowed me to learn different like slang, for example, when I'm watching movies, and learn different accents if you wanted to like pick up different accents. So yeah, I would really recommend reading, for example, comic books. That's another great way to learn a language, or watching like K-dramas, for instance, I know are really popular. So that's a great way to learn Korean.
Now, the library, I know, has all these great resources. And I know I always am seeing, you can learn a language this way, you can learn a language that way. What are the resources that you have that can help me learn a new language?
So in addition to all like the streaming services like Canopy and Hoopla, we also have Rosetta Stone, which is amazing. There's 5 levels, I believe, over 30 languages. For instance, like I'm learning Tagalog and I'm using Rosetta Stone. And again, I will emphasize that that's free with your library card. Rosetta Stone is an amazing resource. Is an amazing resource for learning languages.
So the next time I hear that ad that says, for only $59.99, you can learn French with Rosetta Stone.
You could take your library card and learn it at Tacoma Public
You
Library.
heard that, Tacoma. Your library card gets you Rosetta Stone for free.
Yeah.
Don't subscribe to it. That's why we have such great people here on our couch with us today who are telling us some of the things we don't know about, the hidden treasures of our library system. I see all these books. Do you have one that is a favorite of yours here on the table?
I will hype up, okay.
I know you said the Minecraft book.
So Minecraft, yes. Okay. So we also have Percy Jackson available in Korean.
Oh my.
Which is awesome. You can't tell. It says Percy Jackson really right here, but you wouldn't be able to tell unless you knew the characters. I also want to highlight, let's see, there are not a lot of YA books available, young adult books available in Spanish, but this is one of the few that I was able to source, and the translation is how to date a werewolf man and not die without trying. Yeah. So.
The literal translation.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a mix of works translated from English as well as original titles in the different languages.
You know, as you picked up the Percy Jackson book, the first thing that came to my mind is the fact that we have this collection available to us in our library that does teach us a well-known YA book in our community in a different language.
Right.
And the fact that, too, I mean, you think about the streaming services that you offer through the library, too, and I'm guessing those probably have secondary language on some of them as well.
You can pick the different, like, captioning and, like, the subtitles, and then if you're not comfortable with, really you're training your ear to listen to the sounds of that language, but you can also put the subtitles on and learn the vocabulary and really like hone in on whatever word or syntax or whatever that you need to do to like help you in your language learning journey.
So with true mixed media, you can honestly take the printed word, the video word, the projected word, and kind of blend that all in together with it, which is an absolutely great thing. Now, you mentioned earlier, Charisma, that you were a language teacher before.
Yes, I was.
What made you make the switch from being in front of students, teaching them all about languages, to being in front of your community as a librarian, helping people learn languages?
I really enjoy working with languages and all different sort of media. I feel that I am more suited to kind of working on the back end of things and telling people what to read. I will not be ashamed to say that. But but having been a language teacher and as a language learner myself, like I'm really privileged to be able to take those skills in this totally new forum of just selecting books and also connecting with community members who really are at the heart of like what we do, not just in my job certainly, but in the library in general.
One of the goals I've always had as I travel, and I've been to too many different countries, but I fondly remember my first trip I ever went overseas is I bought a Dean Koontz novel in German in the Berlin airport because it's like, it's fun to have this and have those different language ones. So it's always great to have those around the house. Now, is there anything else, and I'll ask this both of you, Marisa and Charisma, that our viewers might find exciting that's happening at the Tacoma Public Library?
We have always a lot of exciting things happening at Tacoma Public Library because we have an incredibly dedicated staff who have deep connections with our community. Some awesome things I can highlight quickly. We have a new mural at our South Tacoma Library by
Yay.
artist Dion Bonner. So we were hearing that people didn't even know there was a library there. So we have now a beautifully painted, brightly colored mural that will draw attention and get more people in our doors. So we look forward to celebrating that on March 30th. Also, since it's the beginning of the year, Extreme Reader just started. So you can join the Extreme Reader Challenge now. You can sign up. You will read 50 books from 55 categories in 50 weeks to complete
Wow.
the challenge. Yeah,
And not too late to sign up for that.
Not too
That's
late.
amazing.
yeah.
And you spoke earlier about your colleagues. Is there anybody you want to shout out in particular today?
Just everybody,
Just everybody?
just everybody at CTS, who I hope is watching this. Particularly my colleagues in cataloging and processing, specifically, who have been working tirelessly to just make sure all the information about each of those 3,000 items is correct and that people can actually find it in the catalog and it's in the different locations. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see this grow more and more as this World Languages collection just goes out and
Yes.
we find more people going forward finding those languages that they love and want to learn more about. Thank you so much for being here today, both of you, Marisa and Charisma. I can't wait to go to the library now and kind of maybe check one of these out and watch it in something in a different language, or even pick up the book and try and make my way through it. But we'll be back after the break with the Tacoma Audubon Society and the Ground to Sound Film Festival, who are over there right now with their clapboard, sitting at the Cityline Cafe table. You won't want to miss any more of the program. We'll see you back shortly.